We're interviewing the homeboy from the Harley dealership. Tell him a little bit about yourself, big dog.
What's going on, everybody? My name's Pony Boy Curtis. I work at a local dealership here, and you guys we're asking some questions about what may or may not go on in or around in the dealership. Obviously, I got to keep some stuff guarded. I don't want to lose my job. I want to get my ass kicked in, but let's see what we can do.
Hell yeah, for sure, dog. We appreciate you coming on here. We'll do some interesting questions, and hopefully you can keep your job by the
All
time it's
right.
all said and done. And you don't have to say names, which one you're at. You can't. You're more than welcome to shout out your spot. You could just, do whatever. But I don't know how to edit yet, so
No, you're good. You're good. You're good. Yeah, it's just a local Sacramento dealership. There's only two, so you got a 50-50 shot of knowing where I work.
perfect. How long have you been working there?
Off and on, I've been at this particular dealership for I think going on 4.5, almost 5 years.
Nice.
Started off in the service department, being the oil boy, brake boy, tire boy type of stuff. Didn't really get along too well with the service manager, so yeah, I moved over into the parts department and been there. Took some time off. Recently was in a motorcycle accident. I got T-boned, lost my other job, and went back to work at Harley. So that's where I'm at, my man.
Hell yeah, dog. You guys got any events, or do you want to shout out your socials, or maybe are you
Yeah,
gonna
for
start a
sure.
channel?
Yeah, I do have a YouTube channel. It's not really posted on it. I've had it for years. Something I'm interested in doing. Hence, coming on here and speaking with you. I think it's OSF Ponyboy Curtis or Ponyboy Curtis 65 on TikTok. Instagram is just OSF Ponyboy. I go on there every Friday if we got an event at the dealership. Post a little short video. Do my Hawaiian shirt Saturday videos on Saturdays, just going around. Like if we got events, talking to people and whatnot. So just trying to get into this social media shit stuff.
It's all good. Hey, so if you're in SAC and you're bored and you got a motorcycle or you're looking to get a motorcycle or something to do, they throw events down at the Harley dealership. He's got the deals, and you're looking for some parts. My guy right here could hook you up. So, what do you ride?
Right now I got two bikes. I got a 2000 FXD Dyna, and I have a '07 FLHP Road King that I converted to a Road Glide because I'm a broke white boy and I can't afford a glide, so I made one.
Hell yeah, I gotta love the old Dynas. And hey, I've ridden a Road King for many a miles, and I like the guys that make their own stuff. When you're broke, you can always build it yourself, right?
That's true.
Hell yeah, y'all feel free to throw things in the comments that we might see while we're skipping over these questions, talking about some times homeboys had. And yeah, we're just enjoying ourselves. This is a chill one, and hell yeah. What kind of clubs do you see? You don't have to name them if you don't feel like it. Just maybe the colors. What do you see
Uh,
there?
uh, Pretty much the big boys. You know, all the ones that you can think
Dominant.
over there. 81, the green, some blue and white. The top ones do show up every now and again. All the way down to some that I've never seen before in my life. And then you have the RCs, the motorcycle ministries. The treacherous hog owners group that that's a whole other thing. But that come in and yeah, so you see a little bit of everything, all walks of life and personalities and people.
Okay. Who you guys work? Who do you work with the most to do? Is it a little bit of everybody? Is it one type of club comes in a lot to do community things? What do we got going on?
I know back in the day, I'm not sure if it is recently, but that used to be the starting point for the Sacramento toy run that 81 would throw every year. That would be the starting point. Like I said, I didn't work there this last Christmas and the Christmas before, so I wouldn't know anything about that. But, for the most part, it's everything from like Buffalo Soldiers on up, man. And it
Cool.
doesn't really matter. any Saturday you can get with the owners of the dealership. If you want to have your club come down there and put on a little barbecue raffle, they're willing to work with anybody. We really don't turn anybody away. And just to touch on what your video with Rick a while back about like certain clubs coming in there and trying to say A B X Y Z, you can't do this, you can't do that. I'm sure that does happen. I've never seen that happen at my dealership. Uh, everybody's pretty respectful, even when you do get some that might not get along well with others. It seems like they just keep their distance. I've never personally seen any like boo bopping or anything like that at the dealership. So I mean, tensions do get high, and there's some other stuff we can touch on a little bit later that I have seen that's just fucking comical to me. But excuse me.
Oh, you're good. Hey, once we're into it a few minutes, bro, you're allowed to let a couple rip. We just don't want to say the word for Jared from Subway and like send somebody to the upper room. It's all good, dog. It don't matter. We're having fun. Worst things that happens, we get tagged and we still got a good video.
Right.
So, what do you think the protocol would be on that if a dominant club tried to come in and tell somebody that worked there maybe, hey, we don't want you guys selling parts to those guys?
Uh, I think it would obviously just any type of freaking business, you're gonna have to take it to upper management or something like that, or your direct manager. I would like to believe that you know. I mean, in the long run, man, even if that situation, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, if that situation were to arise, the owners, unless they're in deep with it, which I have no idea, they're gonna go for the money. That's it's all green. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter if you're wearing red and white, green, purple, yellow, brown, blue. You're coming in there spending thousands of dollars. They're not gonna turn that shit around.
Wear whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, at least that's at my dealership. I think that's how with the dealership that I work at. I think that's how that would work.
What is the take on Indian calling Harley
Oh man,
LGBTQ?
I don't want to get I don't want to get
Oh, you don't want to get
taxed
into
by
that
the
one?
by
Okay.
the factory, but yeah, you know what, man? It's like what you were
Maybe.
talking about earlier. It good. Somebody needs to shake them up. They're bringing back the Sportster. They just brought out the Super Glide, which I mean, in my opinion, is just a street bob with a paint job. You're trying to get younger people into it, which is cool because the boomers are all getting out. The
Yeah.
leather tassels and the bedazzled stuff ain't selling.
Hey, if they
So
hey if they got somebody that'll come in and buy it, like you said, I don't care what you're putting up your ass. I want you to put this bike under it.
pretty much, pretty
Hey,
much.
it's a corporation, like you said, man. All walks of life welcome, and we just want your money, honey. And hey, I've always liked Harley, so I'm not gonna let nothing ruin that for me, Rick.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever, you know, put my ass on an Indian. I mean, I was born and raised with Harleys, and I think that's where I'm going to go personally.
Classic paint on the new Super Glide. Is that a
Yeah,
thing they're doing?
yeah. The new Super Glider, they basically they put I've called it the Evil Knievel paint job on it. It's red, white, and blue. I mean, it's not a bad looking bike, and the price point is decent for somebody that's looking to get into one. But like I said, they're finally bringing the Sportster back next year. The OG Sportster, not this Batmobile Nightster thing that they got. So that some whatever Indians doing, hey, keep it up, man. You're just
Nicer was a little bit of a trip, huh?
it's fast as shit though, dude. I had to test drive one,
Hey,
and it was a rocket ship.
Rainbows might like the electric bikes too. Those things are fast as hell. What
Yeah,
are those? The
yeah.
Bolt?
We-
The
Uh,
Bolt?
uh,
Sheesh.
yeah. We actually have one at the dealership that's what was for sale. Somebody bought it. They're just waiting on picking it up.
And
But yeah, it's a
stealthy.
trip. I rode it. It's trip. It's a trip.
Yeah. One of my buddies, when they first came out, went to the dealership and they let him test ride one. He did the video just, "Ew," and you couldn't even, I'm like, what the hell was that? Sounds
It's
like the
weird because
damn PlayStation.
you can't I don't know. It's just weird. I got to have the noise with the speed to judge it, and yeah, you'll hurt yourself on one real quick.
Yeah, that's a. I don't like really radios or headphones on bikes. I'm trying to listen to the bike, the cars around me. I have to be. If I put on a head, I'm just going to another world if I'm doing all that.
Oh shit.
What's the fastest
Ooh.
Harley out on like stock off the showroom floor?
Uh, I want to say the 131R, but I mean they only made so many of those.
Holy
Uh,
moly!
we actually they had a like a raffle to see what dealerships would get one. We actually got one, and a guy bought it. I don't know exactly what he paid, but he paid well over 100K on it. And it's basically the same bike, the detuned version for the street that they run on the track.
Fast as hell. I mean, 131. Those jugs are big, big
Uh,
jugs.
yeah, somebody commented on here the Pan Am is a ripper. Yeah, they are. Uh, I don't. They're that was like my first week in service. They had the fleet vehicles there, and I had to test ride all those things. And I'm pretty good at riding a motorcycle, but that thing scared the shit out of me a couple times. But with the torque
I
and what,
don't like those personally, but all my friends like them, and all my friends that have bought one say it's like the funnest, most durable bike, fast, all everything. They have no complaints. To me, it's just like a crotch rocket dirt bike, and I'm more into either a chopper or a Dyna. I'm a Dyna bro. I can't help it.
I am at heart. I'm a dyno bro. I always will be. I thought the same thing until I started riding them every day, and to me,
Ooh,
it's like a giant dyna. That's just my take
okay.
on it. But I mean, and you can go off road with them. Yeah, man, it's fucking awesome. No, I did not. Two Vegas profile stories.
What are some comical things you think you've seen happen there? You said you saw some things that I mean were funny.
I have seen. We'll just put it this way. I have seen one club enter one door and another club exit the side door, exit stage left. I've seen that
That's
before.
funny. Have you
Yeah.
seen that more than once?
I've seen it a
Same
couple times.
people?
No, just I mean, it's not always the big boys. We'll say it's some of the smaller local clubs as well. Like I said, I've seen you name it. I've probably seen it come through the dealership.
And some people see another patch coming and just go, "Let's get out of here, honey."
Yeah, I mean, like I said, the ones I see the most and that are deep down inside, they're awesome. Like the hog owner groups, they come every weekend. They have their coffee and their donuts and stuff, and it's fun to watch them shuffle around and do their thing. I mean, I've seen employees boo bop one another, and
Hell
it's.
yeah! Could you tell us about that one?
Uh, I'll just brush on it real quick. It was a couple of the parts guys back when I worked in the service department. One of them was my really good friend, and we had this other guy that was there, and he was a good little dude, but he wanted to hang with the big dogs and uh, talk shit with all of us, and got a little bit offended and got a little bit butthurt. So my buddy just had to gingerly put him on his butt.
Nice.
There. I didn't see the ones there, but I heard there was a couple more in the service department with the techs over the years. But like I said, most of it. I mean, to me, it's like it's a rad job. I'm around bikes all day. Sometimes,
Yeah,
dude, the other day they're like, "Hey, this 2025 with 1,000 miles on it, it's throwing a code. Go take it for an hour ride." I'm getting paid to ride a brand new Harley. So every time I
sick.
think, "Man, this is sucks," I just think about, yeah, fuck it. I get to be around bikes. I get to talk to people. I'm a people person, and the only thing that I can really say that's a like a downfall about it is just I don't know if it's but ever since COVID, in my opinion, people just don't know how to talk to one another anymore, especially over the phone or in person. That people
Oh
just get
man,
real kind of what uppity, I guess I could say. But sometimes you got to bark at them.
assholes.
Yeah, yeah, brother. Sometimes I got to come over the top with a little bit of bass in my voice to calm them down. It's like, dude, it's not that's not gonna happen.
Come on down here, and I'm gonna change your oil if you keep talking to me like that, boy.
Lay on your back or I will. So
Sleep on your back, or I will. Oh my
So
god.
yeah, man. All in all, it's kick-ass job, and I get to ride to work every day, and guys I work with are amazing.
So when I started riding and hearing about the Harley dealership, everybody told me, "Oh, it's neutral there," and it's like, okay, cool. And then you get there and you start seeing, there's other people there, and it's like, just like it would be anywhere else. You get the stare downs and the phone,
Yeah,
them getting on the phone in the corner.
and it don't matter if it's like I said, it don't matter if it's Club A or Club B, or if it's a big club or a little club. Daily I see that. And it's a trip, man. Like, yeah, I never thought it would be like that. Never in a million years that I think I'd be working at a Harley dealership. But like you, back in the day when I go in there, I would think it was a neutral area, and you see all this stuff. And now working there, getting a little bit of behind the scenes type of stuff. It's you know,
I
I don't know,
look at it
man.
like you said, money is green. I don't care
Yeah,
what you're wearing. You coming in here to give me some money? Come on
yeah,
in.
yeah. Let me hit that bonus. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So I mean, and I hold on. I think Rick asked, or Vegas Profile asked, if I'd ever ride a gold wing. Yes, I would. I would chop the hell out of one and slam it and ride the piss out of it. And ride it. And then, so yeah, man.
Get in here, guys. Hit us with some dealership comments. We'll go for maybe close to an hour, and then we're gonna cut it loose. So you guys got us in here, and I still got some questions for him. I know Rick's got some. Bigfoot could probably help us out. What else we got in here? Let me just scan real quick with my one eye. Or a Vulcan. Hell no. What the hell is that?
Uh, the M8s are pretty solid. Uh, I like twin cams myself. I
Yup.
think that Evo was probably one of the best motors they ever built. Um, but I mean, to me, the it's just starting to get too much like a car with computers, and you got to plug the bike into the laptop to do a diag,
Man.
or one fuse blows and then the whole bike's down. I mean, and then the way they got them crammed in there, all the stuff, it's like you got to disassemble three-quarters of the bike to. I mean, we just did a motor replacement on one of those Sportster S, the Dark Knight looking sporties, and literally had to take the bike apart because the motor's hooked to the frames. So you know, if I had a choice, I would go 2000 to like 2016. In that
Yeah.
range of that's a pretty decent range.
And that's
You
even
also got to
technical.
remember what's up.
Even those
Way less
motors are
that.
technical, like the breathers and stuff like that, instead of a carburetor. And then you got to have
Yeah,
pressure between everything. And you'll throw a code real quick. And that's what just happened with mine. Instead of just like, oh, this is what's wrong with it, we just took apart pretty much everything, replaced it, and don't know what fixed it, but it's fixed.
yeah. Then but then again, you got to start thinking. In the parts department, like where I come from, Harley only goes back 10 years on most of their inventory and parts. Like some dealerships won't even let you bring a bike that's 10 years old in to get worked on. So, like 2000 I got a 2000 Dyna and an '07 Road King, and 90% of the parts that I need most of the time are obsolete. So I either got to go aftermarket or I got to call around the United States to see if a dealer wants to come off of a back ordered part or an obsolete part.
What's the most important thing for reliability?
Mm.
Probably just keeping the fluids and stuff changed, right?
Yeah,
Keeping checking on
yeah.
it.
Just keep checking on it. Yeah. It just depends. Like some people get real finicky. They want to run Syn 3 synthetic blend. That's where all the bikes come from in the factories in all three holes. Some people like to stay with that. I do conventional on my bikes, and then just use like Redline or Amsoil for the tranny and for the primaries on mine. But I mean, my road king's got 80,000 miles. I'm about to have to take that down and redo all the cam stuff in it. So it elongates it because I just like I said I want a new bike, but I don't want to a foot the bill and have $1,000 bike payment. I mean, it's a motorcycle, and I don't want to have to plug it into a computer if anything goes down. Like if I break down on the side of the road, 99% of the time, I can fix it on the side of the road with duct tape, baling wire, and bubble gum,
That's
and,
what you
and be
want.
rolling. And not having to have to pull out an iPad or something and program your computer.
Yikes. What's some crazy stuff you've seen there? Oh, maybe just something like this. Has someone ever bought one and then laid it down in the parking lot? What's that? Or test drive one and crashed
No,
it?
no. We did not. I haven't seen that, but I have seen this old dude came in and he had I think it was a Softail, and it was like early 2000s, but it had like that 2000. It was like a 2000, a custom from like 2002 that he had built, and he had brought it in for something, and he was trying to load it onto his trailer, and he had this rickety old, I don't know, Harbor Freight trailer or something, and we were trying to give him a hand loading it. He was being very old and stubborn, and he didn't want to help. Long story short, that motherfucker said out the side and was upside down, smashing paint that he couldn't, reproduce or anything like that. We had to pick it up with a forklift and flip it and then put it back in his trailer, all because he just didn't want to accept any help, you know. So it's like karma's a mother effort, and it got you.
Damn. He said, I don't
Yeah,
want your help. He flipped it and you guys threw it at him with the damn forklift.
flipped it, man. Then we had to pick it up with a strap, man. It was a whole production. Oh
Yikes.
man.
See, that's what I'm talking about, man. Because I've seen in the bike shop, I've seen people finish custom builds and go to burn off in the parking lot and crash right there, right
Oh
then and
yeah,
there, just
yeah,
tip over and mess themselves up. Like, damn, you didn't even go 1 mile. Or the guys that got to
yeah.
go out there
So,
and ride it like they're on an F1 track and they blow the belts off.
hmm. Yeah, I do got a story. It's my buddy. I don't think he'd mind me telling this one because he told the whole world anyway. But he was pulling the bikes around for every morning. We got to pull our used bikes out, and I believe it was a Sportster. And he decided that he was gonna wheelie the Sportster. He wheelied it and looped it right out from underneath him, and had to pay like I don't know a couple grand and fix the bike and all that stuff. So yeah, there's some funny sometimes.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
where you get but I mean it's cool. I work with a bunch of guys and females, and they're all it's like a family.
Yeah, you guys have fun in there. Does anybody
Yeah,
knock
I
them
go to
down
work
in the
every day, and
showroom?
what's up?
Knock bikes
Oh
over?
no, there was I don't know, about a month ago, a guy was in there looking at a bagger, and he went to put it back on the stand, and the stand wasn't all the way down, and his little daughter was in between the two bikes. So as the bike fell, thank God one of our salesmen was there to grab it, or it would have pinched that poor little girl in the just people that aren't they're not familiar with it. Shit. Every now and again when I get off my
Dang.
bike, I when it rocks forward, I freak out like it's gonna drop.
Yeah. So when we say like anything like club stuff, do any like certain club memories pop into your head or like good times you've had with the clubs at the dealership, or is there clubs that you've met because of the dealership, or just any club that sticks out that comes into the dealership with like a good memory?
Trying to think back. I mean, I've met a lot of people through clubs. I mean, we can go that route. I have met a lot of club members, especially years back and whatnot. But as far as memories, I mean, there's nothing really that has been thrown there to make it memorable. And I mean, like if there was a boo bop incident or something like that to make it memorable, that would be memorable. But I mean, it's not like these big dealerships where they're throwing parties every weekend and people are coming
Right.
in and out. It's like a mom and pop dealership. We move bikes, we sell parts. As far as like I said, I've met a lot of good people, through working there.
For sure, 100%. These guys in the comments. What's up, Rick?
Uh,
You see any more good questions? They said I've never dropped my Sportster. Well, my mommy rides a Sportster.
I was
I've
like,
dumped a lot of I've dumped bikes trying to get them backwards off a ramp. I dumped a
oh
bike.
yeah,
I dumped a bike coming down like a hill where it goes like this, and then there's like a street in the middle of that, and you have to stop. And there was like
yeah.
these little tiny rocks turned into marbles, and I just tipped right over before I even knew what was going
Oh,
on.
dude. I got a funny story. It has nothing to do with the dealership though. It has to do with me and my buddy. We were riding.
Hell yeah,
We
let's
went
talk about some
camping.
biker stuff.
And,
We covered the dealership.
I was on my older Dyna, and he was behind me on I think it was a 1200 Sporty, and we were getting it in these corners, and I got came into one a little bit too hot, and it kind of stood me up into the other lane, and there was a car coming, and as it stood me up, and I made it in my head, I'm thinking, shit, he's gonna do the same thing, and that car's gonna be right there at that corner. So I went down the road. I didn't see him come out of the corner. I'm like, oh, he got back. So I turned around. Old boy is out in the rhubarbs, man. I was like, what you, he stood him up. He went off the road, skidded through the gravel, and then flopped the bike over into like blackberry bushes. And so I went
You
over
didn't
there and I
even
was
know
like,
where he
you good,
went.
man? He didn't even know where he went, man. Didn't even know. He was like, oh, the whole rest of the camping trip. I mean, I think he got like a little baby cut, a nick on his leg, and he was over there like he just went down and going 120. I was like, man, you're kidding me. He's like, I can't ride my bike. Fuck that. I grabbed the crescent wrench, straightened out his shifter, and said, ride the son of a bitch.
Hell yeah. Ride it out of
Yeah,
here. You
fucking
sailed her
kept
in.
riding.
That's dope, dude. I crashed a old shovelhead into the bushes when I was learning how to ride with a foot clutch. I was coming out of a parking lot. I was trying to work that clutch, and I just turned, and it just took me into the bushes, dude. You don't know what's going on. You're trying to
It
figure
didn't
stuff
go the way you
out.
wanted it to go. Yeah.
Nah, it started bucking like a
Oh,
Bronco
shit.
coming out of damn chute number 5, dude. And we went off the road and into the bushes.
Jankiest fix you've ever seen. Well, this wasn't when I was working at a dealership. Prior to working at a dealership, I was a tow truck operator for like 10 years. And I shit you not, there was a touring bagger, like let's say a Road King, and it was in our evidence hold. And I'm looking at it and I'm looking at it and I'm like, that don't seem right. Somebody uh, was messing around and put a 1200 Sportster motor and tranny into a Road King. So that whole area where that motor's supposed to be, it looked like a mini bike because it had a Sportster motor. It ran though. I rode it around a lot, but I mean that was probably the jankiest thing I've ever seen. As far as I mean, I my shit's janky. I ride a clapped out Dyna, so nothing's too janky for me.
Dude, I seen a dude pull up to an event with no clutch, no brakes, no, I don't know, 1 foot peg on this Sportster, and he pulled up and just threw it down and let it smack into the ground. And after the party was over, he picked it up off the ground and took off on it like that. Bump started it, no starter, pretty much just a throttle attached to it, dude. Pipes were hanging off. It was
Oh
wild. That was in Idaho.
Jesus!
Are we billionaires? We probably wouldn't be riding. Well, we might still be riding clapped out Dynas if we were, but I'm not. I'm not a
It'd probably be
billionaire.
just a
Maybe
clapped
one
out
day,
FXR. If I had a
for
bill, if I had $1 million,
sure.
I'd be on a clapped out FXR.
100%.
Ugh.
100%. 100%. What's up with some more funny things you've seen? And then, I don't have much more. We can get into the comments. And yeah.
Yeah. So just I see more funny shit that I've seen.
Or a biker memory for you, dude. Just anything. Something you might
Yeah,
want to see
man.
on the channel.
Uh, let's see. I mean, the funny shit is when people try to like boost motor clothes. That's a funny one. You know, I've caught a couple
Oh,
people
we
like
got
trying to
people
stick a shirt up
racking
this.
at the Harley?
Yeah, dude. Hell yeah, dude.
Mm-mm.
That or when it's like whenever it's something's going down, it's always I always get the page over the intercom to go to whatever station and that something's happening at, and I mean, but I mean, I get it, man. People, coming from the towing industry where I towed people's Harleys, and it's a Harley, dude. You paid a lot of money. People take a lot of pride in that shit. I tow everything, and I work on everything like it's my own. But some of these people just get so bent out of shape. I've seen guys try to bow up on management, to where I'm looking at their hands like, oh, like this is really about to go down, just because I know postures when people are about to, you know, get with it, and and like I said, it's just comical because some people, they don't pick up on that. Maybe they weren't raised like that, or whatever. But I mean, I had to pull him aside afterwards, like, hey, dude, he was gonna run him with you. He ain't going. What are you talking about?
His hands were closed, homeboy. He was getting
I'm
into
like,
fight
dude,
stance.
I said he's a big boy. I ain't no tough guy, but I would have helped you. Where we got
Dude,
go ahead.
go for it, dude. I was just reading some of these
Oh, no, no,
comments.
no. I was just saying we got this one guy. He just came in and he bought himself a CVO, hardworking brother, man. But he reminds me, and I am no way just talking shit on this man. This is hilarious, and he knows it. He reminds me of those memes of like I think Drewski does with the old heads on their Harleys, where they come in and they be shining it, and turning up the music, and he comes and say, hey man, where's my bike at, man? I gotta get me some white walls on my CVO, man. And man, when I get my bike, man, I'm fixing to ride. I'm gonna go to the bay, man. I got all suited and booted. He's a fucking sweetheart of a dude, man. And it's just you get stuff like that, and then you get dudes that come in, like, I mean, there's different type of people come in. You got like the old school chopper dude, like the OG chopper dude that knows what he's talking about. Then you got the guys that will get strap on a fixed blade, buy a shovel head, and buy a torn T-shirt that think that they're the hipster chopper guys. You got the Dyna Bros, the FXR guys, the Bagger Bros. You got the old cats with the trikes are the most funniest old men I've ever got a chance to talk to. They'll just be something. He'll be like, man, I got to get this backrest because I'm taking Brenda down to the bingo hall, and we're gonna have a night tonight, man. And it still works at this age. I just need a popsicle stick and duct tape, and just old man, crazy old man stuff. And I'm like, bro, that's me. When I'm his age, I hope I'm riding a trike, and me and my wife are leaving from the retirement home to go to bingo night.
That's
So
funny you
there's
said
never a dull
that.
moment. Never a dull moment, you know. And
Trike
it's
people are definitely a trippy crowd. I never even thought
yeah,
about that, but they're always like old men that can't hold it up anymore, so they just don't even care.
yeah.
They get those two
They
wheels
give
in the
zero
back
fucks.
and zero fucks given.
There was this old dude that comes into the dealership all the time, super super OG, and he came in, had his trike broke down, and dropped it off for service. He went straight to the front of from service to sales. Literally bought a street bob, a used street bob that had like 1,000 miles on it, and rode it home. And I'm like, hey, did he just showed up on a trike, but he left on two? And they're like, yeah, he just didn't want to walk home. I'm like, shit, I want to be an old grumpy
Whoa,
old man with FU. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
100%. What is the best bike for like a big ass dude? I would say like a street glide. I would guess. I don't know. There's probably
yeah, like a
any
street
any
glide or a
bagger.
road glide. Yeah, I mean, I've seen some pretty big dudes on baggers.
I've
Uh,
seen 400
I mean, at
pounders
bike,
on
I
those new
went
road
to
glides.
Dude, I went to bike night with my wife a couple of nights ago, and I don't know what the hell they're called. I call them the snowmobiles with wheels, would have the two wheels in the front and the one in the back, Can-Ams maybe or something. Boy,
T
they were.
Rex.
He was a big one, dude, and I was like, holy smokes, man! He made it look small. He was stunting though. He was
Me and my
stunting.
friends
Music
joke, man.
loud.
We say that those big dudes, it looks like there's a damn piece of something stuck in their ass when they pull up on a gigantic bike, dude. And you're like, where the hell? What? I thought this
Where does this?
600
Who
pound dude
brought
was on
this
a
dude?
damn Sportster. It's a road glide. Yeah, who brought this freak? 100%.
What do I think about the West Coast the new Buell Super Cruiser? Is that the like the Dyna FXR hybrid bike? Because if you're talking about that one's pretty badass.
They get cooler and cooler.
Yeah, that one, like I said, I think it's like the best between a Dyna and a FXR.
I always liked Buell's. Isn't it just like half a Harley motor?
Yeah, I mean, we still actually have some dual parts, man. Uh, I mean, for to touch back on what I was talking about earlier about only going back 10 years, like anybody in Sacramento area, like if you got old FXR or something like that, we do have some of those parts. They're not obsolete. We can get them. So come on down and see what we can do for you. On that, actually a really good Thomas McGee. I mean, I think that if somebody was in dire straits, I don't want to believe that my dealership would tell them to go put an egg in their shoe and beat it. I know that the techs that we have there right now, they all have big hearts, and if somebody came in and was like really needed something fixed, I guarantee it, one of our techs would step up, be a man, and fix it. It didn't matter if it was I mean, shit, dude. We got the boxcar Willie coming around with his little moped with no tires on it, and sometimes we help him get that thing running. So it just depends on the dealership, I would guess. Calvin,
Dang.
yeah, they do.
Which one? There's two, Calvin. I know my
Oh,
guy right here
Calvin,
doesn't
Moss
look mad.
661. He said the Sac Harley employees always look mad. Yeah, I think we all do, man. I mean, answering, you know, 120 phone calls a day, with everything from, your parts, how can I help you? Yeah, I got a Harley. Okay. Well, I need a belt for it. Okay. Well, what kind of Harley? It's a black one. Okay. What year? Oh, it's a '08. Okay. What model? Well, it's, or you get guys that call in, well, I need an axle with the inside diameter, this and that. And I don't have a little mic tool right there at my thing.
You're like,
Most
I'm
of the
not a
time you go
machine
through
shop.
600, yeah, it's 600 bearings to find the ones you want. So, I mean, most of the people now that Harley has the website, you can actually go on to harleydavidson.com, and there's a place in there where you can go in and actually look at the same EPC parts catalog that we have. It'll give you the part number, and then always grab that part number, call it in. Makes life a hell of a lot easier for the both of us.
What's the cheapest deal you've seen go through there that you're like, damn, maybe I should have jumped on that?
That just happened this weekend, brother.
Oh no.
So we got to, fuck, I wish, dude. So it turns out good, and the bike went to a good home. But uh, I love Dynas. Everybody at my store, especially my head salesman, anytime there's a clapped out Dyna, he knows where to go. And so the old man brought this Dyna in. I wouldn't necessarily clap, but anything pre 2016 to them is clapped. So it was a '03 Dyna. Only thing wrong with it is it had spokes, not mags. That's just my personal opinion. Had high mileage, had all the cams and all that stuff done that you need to do. Uh, Traded it in for I think it was a Road Glide, and I was like, "Hey, did we get the Clappy in?" And he's like, "Yeah, yeah." I'm like, "What are we gonna do with it? We send it to auction. We're gonna sell it." And he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna sell it." And I'm like, "What do you want for it?" He's like, "I don't know, a couple grand." And I'm like, "No shit." And he was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Hold on, my cousin wants a bike." So call my cousin up. Well, unbeknownst to me, one of the techs had already spoken for it in the back, and it just didn't get communicated. So when he went to go talk to the sales guy's like, "No, I already talked to Kurt." Sales dude came, or the tech dude came. I was like, "Look, man, you spoke for it first. That's how I am. I'm not going to be a lame and take it out from underneath you when you already spoke to it." So the bike went to a good home. Dude's got a bike, but yeah, like if I
Two
had the two
grand?
grand cash on me, 2 grand cash on me right then and there, I would pay for it. I think if they would have sold it to anybody else, it would have been like 3 grand, 3,500. But I mean, nobody would have really wanted it from a dealership because of the mileage. So technically, it probably would have went to auction. So, but yeah, dude, I don't need another one. I got two in my garage and a bagger. So, but hell, dude, for two
Yeah,
grand, you can't go wrong with
man,
that.
you can't beat that.
Teaspoon.
Um, does Harley still sell the big? Oh well, I've only seen him do it with a couple people, but some of my homies used to go there and buy like truckloads of fenders and gas tanks.
The takeoffs,
I don't know. Yeah,
like the takeoff
yeah,
parts. Yeah.
yeah.
So basically, any crash jobs or like if somebody's coming to get a set of pipes, new set of pipes, if the customer don't want them back, then they go to a like we call it the takeoff, the boneyard. So it sits over there for a period of time in case you know parts doesn't have something in stock. We can rob the boneyard. It's kind of like a wrecking yard, pretty much. And then once that gets built up, I do believe we have somebody that comes by and pays us for it, kind of like a scrap type of deal. I've been trying to get them to like I go to the cycle swap meet here where I'm from in Sacramento, you know, and there's other dealerships that come up with their takeoff parts and they try to sell them. Excuse me, and I've been trying to get my dealership to get along with that. But yeah, I mean, sometimes if you go in there and there's not, I mean, a tank with a small ding in it. Guys like me and you don't give two shits about that. I'm
Mm-mm.
here to ride, not to win a trophy. So
That stuff's
FXDXP,
cool,
yeah,
and I've
Diner
seen people
Defender,
buy them. Oh, those are sick.
FXD, yeah, FXDXP, the Diner Defenders, yeah. Somebody just raffled one off on Instagram. I think it was a dude named 22 Sliding. It was the actual San Francisco police defender.
Sick.
I want to touch on this real quick if you don't mind. Joey Hamaya, 1989, salvage title, kill the value, just because it's just like a car. On some of the touring
Everything I got
Harleys, once again,
salvaged.
yeah, so from the touring side of it, the like if you hit your crash bar hard enough on any touring and it bends that little tab on the bottom of the frame, it's considered salvage. And like I said, I bought my bike back after I got smacked, and unfortunately, it's got a salvage title. The frame's completely straight on it. It was just basically cosmetic, and it couldn't hit me any better. Just up there for a diner, picked up that black and purple diner. Cousin the side, it was green lines and FXDX. Yeah, definitely interrupts my brain cells.
Tie my shoes, guys.
Thanks,
He's
man.
got this. He already knows how to read
I
comments
appreciate
and
that.
all that.
Oh, so if you have the sound, I don't know. It's I don't know how exactly that works, but I think just because it is stolen, it's considered salvage. I wouldn't have uh you know no problem, man. I'm having fun with this. Let's see what else. Interesting stories. Let's see what can I get into. Trying to think, man. I learned how to pop a
I'll
wheelie
throw
on a
some in.
trike at the dealership. That's
Oh
a cool one.
shit!
I forgot about that. Definitely learned how to pop a wheelie on one of those trikes. You got to slam it in reverse and slam it in drive. It'll go. It'll pop up.
Wild.
I'm not sure about that. What would you say the current state of Harley? The current state of Harley, man. Honestly, they need to do something. This is once again just my opinion on the matter. I don't work for corporate. I'm just some nobody dude that works in the parts department at a Harley dealership that this gentleman was willing to have on the show. But I don't think it's too good, man. They got to step it up. They got to do something. I mean, that ad that Indian put out. I mean, they responded back to that, and I want to say under 24 hours. So they're watching, man, and they got to get their heads out of their ass and do something because the boomers are fading out, and we're not making any production models for the beginner riders to move up. So all these old dudes that have been supporting the Harleys since the late '60s, early '70s are now 90 years old, And then you got guys like me, the Gen Xers, that got into it, and then now we're starting to get old. So you got to do something to keep the younger. I want my daughters riding Harleys. I mean,
Oh, for
where I
real.
go, that's what my kids got. They got Harleys.
And
Each
what
one
threw
of my
me
daughters will
off,
have a Harley when I go.
I didn't like when Harley started going backwards and like trying to recreate the look of old school, or when cars do that, or anybody. I'm like, keep moving
It,
forward. We have that stuff and we can make it cool.
I'd rather have a
Don't
space bike than something that you bastardized and tried to make look old, man. I
put a
mean, they
rigid
did a
on.
decent job with
Springer, I mean.
with the Sportster, whatever they had, a Sportster 78 or 72 or something, but it had like the glitter bass boat tank. I mean, it looked like a chopper from the factory. It was pretty cool.
Little
Like, go
mini
back to that
apes.
stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I my first bike was a chick bike. I was a dude. I rode a Sportster. I set it
That's
up
how
like a
you
dirt bike
learn.
and I beat the brakes off it. Then I traded it in for my clapped out Dyna, and here we are now. But like I said, it's they got to do something, and I'm glad that if there's no competition, like Indians not giving them a run for their money. I mean, you want my honest opinion? I think the 2026 is look the front end of the touring, the road glide and street glide look too much like an Indian.
There you go.
I mean, that's just
Do
my
they do that on
opinion.
purpose?
I don't know when, it was like it flip flopped. Indian tried to copy Harley. Harley's going to try and copy Indian. And I mean, being for real, everybody likes Harley because it's USA made. I could show you 5 packages of parts that say made in Bangladesh.
There's a time, was
You
it was
know,
it the 80s the first time they did that, when they sold it to Japan and everybody got upset, and
no,
now
the
America's got
AMF
it and
days,
back to
or
Japan? Yeah. Yeah,
the
when the
AMF
company
days,
went
yeah,
out
they
of
went to
America.
shit.
Mhm.
No, that dealership is discounts, obviously. You know,
Yeah,
discounted
being able to
parts and
work
motor
a
posts.
plan.
Yeah, I mean it. I got 5 or 6 lists of stuff that I want, parts list for both of my bikes. I mean, no, never gonna happen. It's like 8 grand, and the bike ain't worth that much. But
You've helped me out
hey,
with
I can
parts,
dream.
dog. Shit, we could dream.
Yeah, dude, I'll help anybody, man. Come and see me. I'll help anybody out, man. I'm not a dick. I'm a good dude.
And I really like your Hawaiian Day videos and the Hawaiian shirt thing. I
Oh
like when
yeah,
people try to
man.
make
I
a
just
day
brought that shit up.
fun. It's cool.
Yeah, I mean, my dad always told me, if you find a job you love, you'll never work another day in your life. I love working there, and if you can't have fun at work, then what the fuck is the point of going, man? If I got to do the 9 to 5 thing, I want to have fun.
I
And
like how you do
everybody
your
out there, I got
videos and you
dealers.
go, here's this fucking guy, and you go, oh, I can't cuss, and you have to start it over.
Oh yeah, dude, that's for the Instagram, because they put it on the dealership Instagram page, so I got to watch my mouth.
Whatever, it's
What
still
is
cool.
it?
You make some cool videos.
The Lowrider STs. I think they're a great bike, man. They finally made the bags the same width. Because I think I don't know, was it last year's STs, or one of them, or S's, where one bag was narrower than the other, and it looked wonky because of the exhaust. They're
Cookie
both the same
cutter.
now. One of my parts,
Came with the weird seat
one
that
of,
with the lines in it. The
yeah.
only thing I like about the Lowrider S is they got that these gas tanks you can like pop, you can clip new ones on. You could clip on a
Oh
gas
shit.
tank. It's a shell that it has like a hole where your gas cap is, and then it's like just a shell you clip around, and you could clip 3 different paint jobs in the same day if you wanted to. So I thought that was
Yeah.
cool.
What's the dopest tricked out bike you come across? Uh, There's been a couple. I mean, on my Instagram page, I have a picture of this older cat came in, super cool dude. In my head, I'm like, yeah, he's probably riding the old like '80s Softail, get back whip and ape hangers, and we got the bullshitting and talking about FXR, and he had one of the cleanest original FXR threes. I mean, from the fairing to the lowers to the clamshells to and it was, I think it was root beer brown. That thing was
Sick.
was pretty tits. There's another guy that comes in all the time. He builds bike. He just I want to say it was a 2024 Heritage, and he turned it into like a V Club build. He got this air suspension from Germany that was like 5 grand. My homeboy had to put it on. He just brought that thing in. It's like that battleship gray that they have with ton of gold leaf and it white. Well, it's not my jam, but it's I can appreciate how much time, money, and effort and energy went into making that bike,
Sounds
man.
like a
And it's
good
rad.
color scheme.
Oh yeah, I mean, I didn't. He was been talking about it, talking about it, talking about it, man, and we finally got to see it, and it was pretty badass, dude.
You get to meet some cool people in there from listening to you over this past hour. You get to meet all walks of life and some pretty
Yeah.
cool interactions with some old duffs in there and stuff. Nothing more I like than to hear one of those old fuckers roll up on a three-wheeler and start
Oh,
telling me some crazy shit about titty fucking Brenda. You know what I'm saying?
exactly, exactly.
Don't let me ruin this at the end. Oh
Well,
man.
hold on. Iced out, Rolly. What would we give Breeze for his dying on a trade in? I tell him to sell it private because they ain't gonna give him shit. That's
We
the
ain't
thing, man.
trading
If you
it.
if you're thinking about if you're thinking about trading in any Harley, go on Marketplace, go on Craigslist, sell that motherfucker individually because they're not going to give you dick. You're gonna
Let me
walk through the door.
reenact
They're gonna
this.
offer you $25,000 or $2,500. They're gonna turn around, wash that son of a bitch, put new tires on it, and put it right back out front for 9 grand.
All day long.
So all day, bro.
Hey,
It's like it goes back to the
I'm
greed.
Breeze.
It goes back to the
I'm
money.
Breeze. I need to sell this
Exactly.
Dyna. What are you guys are gonna give me for this Dyna? It's me, Breeze. Okay. Hey, let me go check in the back. Cool. We're gonna bring our Dyna ecologist out here. He's gonna come out, check it out, give you the appraisal.
Kind of,
Oh,
kind of
looks like you
college,
got some clapped out parts here, a ding here, a dent there, a wing nut there.
bro.
Oh, best we could do is $12. And I'm like,
Real
hell
quick,
yeah, I'm
man.
going to the
Just
casino.
before we cut out of this motherfucker, when I did work in service, man, that was my thing. Is I would have to do the safety inspections on some of the auction bikes or trade-ins, man. And I had this one, and what the fuck? It was a fat boy, and it was from Washington, and this was the most crustiest, rustiest bike I've ever seen. But it
Terminator.
rode like a fucking dream, man. And it had big apes on it, and I'm not an ape guy, but it was the most comfortable bike I've ever been on. And this thing was an absolute clap. But you know, it's just comfortable.
You'd be surprised on some of those clappers, or like the bike that we said, some of them you throw over in the
Rick,
dirt
let
and
me see
kick
what
into
I
the
can do.
corner. What's Rick need now?
He said, "Can we get one of those Harley signs, bro? What's up?" I said, "I'll see what I can do."
Sick. We'll cut it in half, Rick.
Oh, let's
Hell
see.
yeah, dog. You're free to chop it up for the last few minutes or whatever. We'll definitely have you on again,
Yeah,
dude. It's been great
fuck
bullshitting.
yeah,
You know I keep these
I'd
like an
love to.
hour because of my ADD attention span, but I think we kept it
Oh, you're
rolling
good,
pretty
man.
good.
Hey,
And if you
dude.
want to add
I mean,
bike shit,
like I said, on God, like I was nervous as shit this first time doing anything like this, man, and it's been a hell of a time, man. And I appreciate it. And I just want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak on your platform.
thanks for coming
Uh,
on,
you
dude.
know, I'd love to come back or or whatever.
Yeah. Hell
And
yeah.
you know, like I said, check out I think it's Ponyboy65 on TikTok, Instagram. I think it's just OSF Ponyboy. Just type in Ponyboy Curtis, you'll find me. Um, yeah, man, check out my videos. Like I said, I'm gonna try and get my channel up and running. Maybe one day I'll have big dog over here on my channel, and hell, maybe I'll fucking jump on one of these hogs and
Hell
go on
yeah,
down
brother.
to go see the Iron Pigeon and check out these the gerbil hot dogs. Or what
Bro.
is it
Yeah, we're making some we
the
just were
the guinea
threatening
pig the
the
guinea
kid
pig?
with my kid was threatening his kid to skinner guinea pigs alive. Rick hung up on us. We called him back. But dude, this matters in the bike world just as much as any member or anything else to me, bro. You're at the Harley dealership, ground zero. You know a little bit about bikes. You get to see everything that's going on. It's all part of the culture.
Yeah, maybe next time I'm on, I'll talk to some of my boys that I know there's some good stories. I just don't want to air out their business when they work
No,
there.
you're good. We're
So
testing the waters.
if they're all right with me telling these stories, which I know to in fact be true, then we can have a round two someday. And I mean,
100%.
it's a good one too. It's a good one, man. I wish I could have got into it, but like I said, not my business, not my story to tell.
Hey, there you go. We rode the razor's edge on this one, and we'll see if you have your job
Hopefully, I got
by
my
the next
job in the
one.
morning.
Yeah, dude. Hell
Heck
yeah. Right on,
yeah, my
dude. So
brother.
everybody go follow the pages he shouted out. Everybody leave a like, comment, subscribe, man. This guy he had me excited a few times, even almost cutting his ass off because it's just fun, man. We get in here, we start talking about bikes. This is the shit that we live for. So shout out to Pony Boy for coming on here. Shout out to all you guys for tuning in. Shout out to Deathcore, Prestigious Underscore Labs, Vegas Profile Stories, Prison POV, and catch y'all on the flip side. Thanks for coming out, homie. We'll see you next time.
Hey,
Peace.
brother.